Hello, my name is Nadia Strachan and I'm an interior designer, and I also write interior design books. Now, I've been an interior designer for the past 30 years, so this is obviously my love, my passion, and I'd want to share that with you. I decided to write this series of books called Interior Design Stories, and they're stories to change your life. And I believe that if you change your story, then in turn you will change your life. Now, my books can be purchased on Amazon, and you can also find my books on my website that gives you more information about the books. And the website is www.interiordesignstories.co.uk. Now, they're available in three formats. There's the download for £3.99, or there's the A5, which is this size, which is £18.99, or there's twice the size, which is a coffee table size, which is £23.99. So whichever one suits you. This is a portable size. The other one is sort of a stay-at-home size, and the other one you can have on your phone, your laptop, or your iPad, whichever suits your lifestyle. Now, I have written these stories in a way that they will help you as your life changes, as you go through your life. And we're going to look at these room by room. The room that we're going to look at today is the hallway. And in domestic properties, you have just hallways, but in commercial properties, you can have a hallway, you can have a reception area, and also a foyer. So there are three varieties of the hallway. The reality is that most people probably will never get beyond your hallway, and so that will be the first impression they have of you and of your business or your property. So it's important to make a great first impression. So I would say, lot like Pallasma, who I will quote, said that the door handle is the handshake of the building, and which is quite true, because a handshake can be either firm and say a lot about you and your intent, or it can be quite hesitant, and that can say a lot as well. And so the hallway is considered to be, I think, the warm embrace, the thing that lets people know who you are and how you want to receive and welcome them into your space. So today we're going to look at a domestic hallway. Sorry, no, a commercial hallway, not a domestic one. So the commercial hallway we're going to look at is for a startup business. Now, this is a one-man band startup business. There is, it can be a sole trader. It can be somebody who maybe you employ contract staff. I call it one-man band. It's actually two men, and it's a two-man landscaping business. And this is Elliot and Kent, and I'm going to read their story and just let you know just who they are. I mean, they look quite dapper, don't they, really, in their little sort of vintage car. This two-man startup landscaping business is called KB Landscaping, and KB because it's the surnames of Elliot Kent and Lawrence Buchanan. Elliot and Lawrence are both 24 years old, so they're relatively young, and met while studying at university. They both got a young person's business startup loan to start their own business 2 years after they graduated from university. They had planned the whole venture during their final year, which is important, the planning stage, definitely. Now, whilst they were on placement for a large landscaping contractor, they saw a gap in the market for small, high-spec landscaping jobs, which the larger contractors were ignoring. So they decided to work for a recognised landscaping company for 2 years to gain the experience and save their funds as well. Within 6 months of starting their business and advertising, they were inundated. Now, they quickly employed a lovely mature lady called Helena as their receptionist to take all the bookings and maintenance of their small office, whilst their clients visited and saw examples. So it's very important to have somebody, even if you are the main person, if you can get somebody, even to contract somebody to help you, it does help just for the smooth running of your business. Now that they have a great base from which to develop their small business, Elliot and Lawrence can now begin to plan the expansion. And as you know, all startups dream big, and that's why they start in the first place. This is Elliot and Lawrence's hallway, and this is their welcome space, really, their reception. And this says a lot about them. If you think they are only 24, but yet they've managed to create an absolutely beautiful, mature space, which looks like they're an established company. And they did get advice from a friend who is an interior designer. And if you can see the pots, because they are landscaping business, these are outdoor pots, and they're beautifully, heavily ornate pots. And that is advertising the products that you can buy from their business. So that's a great way to advertise your products by putting it in every available space. And even the lighting is outdoor lighting, which they've repurposed and they put it indoor. And then they've got the beautiful parlor palms. So they're saying that, they deal with exotic plants as well. So they can offer you a wide range of different foliage to suit you, whatever your taste, whatever your needs is. And this checkerboard floor says establishment. It's a great floor, says establishment. They're quite fortunate they did use, along this wall is just a glass corridor. Now you see in the corridors, it's just a bare corridor with just glass down one side. You think, what can I do? And they've made use of this, where they've got these parlor palms growing beautifully, and they painted everything else white. And this just says, you can trust me, I'll do a great job, and your outdoor space will look as good as this as well. So I think they've done a really excellent job in a very small space and not spent very much money at all to get this fantastic look. This space here, this tells you an analysis of the photo, and then below it there's a key, and that will give you an idea of where you can actually purchase those items to create your own space. Now, if this doesn't quite work for you, then there are other examples here of small hallways or entranceways for new businesses, and they have literally a hallway no bigger than a stamp, and so they decided to make the door the feature, and that will attract people to their business because it's got a central pivoting mechanism for people to get in and out of. And I think that's a fantastic idea when you don't have a welcome space really, but you want to draw people in. And below each picture you will see a little write-up as to why that example works and how that can work for you. And this here is a disused vintage elevator frontage. That's what they've used as the little frontage for them. So the elevator door moves away, just slots into the wall there, and you're virtually just straight into their business. So they've got a very small space, but they made it really alluring and quirky just to draw people in. If you share the premises, then maybe all you have is just a little space. Use quality materials. People will want to sit there, and they will remember you if you use quality materials. These are great quality seats, little vintage table here with a little lamp on it, and a great little lamp here, and beautiful panelled wall, which they've got a great sort of pearlized paint effect on the walls, and just had a really great impact with just that little space. That's all they've got to call their reception area, their foyer. That's it, and they've really done a great job with it. And then finally, this I think is a really good idea, a very, very good idea. If you have if you share the building and maybe there's another business upstairs and this is just your little area, your little door into your business, so that people don't whiz past it, so don't notice you, what they've done, they've got a little backlit display case where they can display their product. And you know that just looks like jewelry in a box, and it's alluring and it will draw people in. So any little space, if you can create a little display area with light to attract the eye, to draw people in, then you can, especially if you're inside and people don't see you, they don't know you're there. This is the way you get passing trade once they're in the building, so you can actually feed off the trade that other people are actually drawn into the building. So people going upstairs to other businesses, maybe you're in the basement, you can actually get them to, especially if you've got little business cards below there, that they can pick up a card, you can put it, mount it on the wall, you can pick up a card, they see your product, maybe after they're finished with their appointment there, they can pop down and have a look and see what you do as well. So branding, making use of every opportunity to get clients, great space, great impact, looks like a jewelry counter, and that just draws the eye, and I think that's wonderful. So this just gives you an idea of the sort of things that are in the book and the sort of things that can help you. And as I say, please do subscribe, and you can find out more. There are 14 different stories in each book, and so you'll be able to progress and see them all. But I will be doing a couple more videos next week, so I will put up 2 videos every week, so you can get an idea of what works for you and which story best fits you, and then you can start following your story and also start to have your story change your life. Thank you very much. I hope you subscribe, and I hope this really, really helps you. I know it will, and I know that